Okay, so our tip for today is going to be your wrist position in pressing movements, whether it's bench press, overhead pressing, things like dips, anything where you have a large amount of load going to be pressing down into the hand. We want to make sure that we are setting ourselves up to put that force through the supporting structures. We want where the kind of center of the barbell is to be centered through the wrist as well. If we flatten out the hand, what would look like a normal neutral type of position, like in a punch or something, you can see that the top is flat now, but where the bar is, the line of force is actually kind of underneath. If we were going overhead, it would look a little different. It's going underneath. So if I were to push really hard, the stress is into the thumb and creating this kind of force on the wrist joint, which we don't want. Now if we do, and you'll see this more often, people put it kind of in the back of their hand, up high into like the knuckle pads, or the pads there, and you'll get this kind of position where the force is now behind the wrist, pushing this way, and if I push against it, you're getting stress on the structures on the front side. So what we want to do is find the middle of those two extremes, kind of what we do a lot of the time, and we put that force straight into the supporting bones, the structures, everything can kind of lock in place. That way, all that weight that we're pressing isn't going to push hard on one side or into the other of the wrist, but be solid into as much bony structures and support things that we have to keep you stable and enable you to push heavier without causing any strain, or at least less strain and damage to the surrounding tissues.